Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Cook Cook Cook. Hope you and your family are doing perfectly well. So, what we'll be doing today is moving from a lot of restaurant styles to a dhaba style. So, we will be making dum aloo today, and this is going to be made in dhaba style. So, what we will make in short is a dhaba style dum aloo. So, let's go and see the ingredients required and the process of making it. Let's take a quick look at the ingredients that we would require to make our dum aloo. So here I have about 300 grams of baby potatoes. You could use the regular potatoes as well. And I have two medium-sized onions roughly chopped, about three medium-sized tomatoes roughly chopped, and I have four red chilies, and we would require garlic paste, ginger paste, half a teaspoon of poppy seeds. This is optional. And we have red chili powder and coriander powder, turmeric powder, garam masala powder, and I also have a little bit of coriander. This could be, say, a handful of coriander, and we would require some whole spices. So what I have here is two bay leaves, one black cardamom, three green cardamoms, few pieces, I could say like one or two small pieces of cinnamon, half teaspoon of jeera, half a teaspoon of black pepper. So these would be ingredients along with salt to taste and oil to cook them. So now let's go into the process of making the dhaba style dum aloo. The first step to make our dum aloo is to fry our potatoes. So for which I have a kadai into which we can pour in sufficient amount of oil. Our oil is now getting hot. One thing that you will have to do with your potatoes before you fry them is make few cuts on them with a knife or fork, whatever you're comfortable with. So few cuts like this, or just poke into the potato so that it cooks even on the inside of it. So this is something that you will have to do. Once the oil is hot, we can start putting in our potatoes. So we will have to fry these potatoes in the oil until you have very light golden color, something similar to potato chips. So that is a color that we would want, and then we can take it off the oil and set it aside. Now that our potatoes are done, we can set them aside and proceed to working on the rest of our dum aloo. So we have excess oil in this. So to cook our onions and tomatoes, we wouldn't require so much. Something about 2 to 3 tablespoons is what we would require. So the rest of the oil can be taken off this kadai. So I've taken off the excess oil and I just have the required amount of oil left. So which is about 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil. So now into this kadai, I will add my 4 red chilies, the 2 medium onions, 3 medium tomatoes, 1 tablespoon of ginger paste, 1 tablespoon of garlic paste, and about half a teaspoon of poppy seeds. Mix all of this well, and we will have to cook this until the onions are completely cooked and the tomatoes almost mash into this mixture. Onions and tomatoes are now perfectly cooked. So what I will do is turn off my stove and move all of this to a mixer. So the next step now would be to grind this mixture into a smooth paste. So one tip to remember would be not to grind it when it's hot, but allow it to cool a little and then grind it into a paste. After you've taken out the onions and tomatoes from the kadai, pour in about 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil in the same kadai. Once the oil is hot, we can add in our whole spices. So which is 2 bay leaves, 1 black cardamom, 3 green cardamoms, 2 small pieces of cinnamon, half teaspoon of peppercorn and half teaspoon of jeera. Give them a quick stir until they have a mild roast, and then to this we can add in our ground paste of the onions and tomatoes. What we will do now is put the stove at a low flame, cover our kadai and let it cook for about 2 to 3 minutes. After about cooking it for 1.5 to 2 minutes, just make sure to keep checking on it at regular intervals so that we do not let our masala burn. So I can now get the aroma of cooked masala. So what we will now do is pour in about 1.5 to 2 cups of water. So I have poured about 1.5 cup of water into the same mixer jar which I will pour into this masala. Increase the flame and mix the masala well into the water that we just poured. Once the water comes to a boil, we will add few powdered spices. So I'll add 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, 2 teaspoons of red chili powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. Now mix all of this well. My gravy at this stage appears to be quite thick because even the potatoes would require a lot of water to cook. So I'll add another half cup of water. Now that our curry has come to a good boil, we can add in our potatoes. After you have added in the potatoes, give it a gentle mix and immediately reduce the flame to the least. What we'll do next is cover this kadai and allow our potatoes to happily cook in the masala for the next 15 minutes at least. Our potatoes have cooked in the gravy for the last 15 minutes. So just make sure to check it at regular intervals so that we do not let any of it burn. So our potatoes have cooked well. So one small step that we have now is to add 2 more ingredients to this. So to this I will add about half a teaspoon of garam masala powder and a handful of coriander. Once the garam masala powder and the coriander leaves have gone, just give it a gentle mix. Cover up the kadai again and we can cook it for another 5 minutes on the low flame. So you can just check the flavor now to see if you might require any more salt. After about 5 minutes of cooking, we can see that the alus or our dum aloo is perfectly done and ready. So one thing that you will have to check at this phase is if the potatoes are cooked. So how you can find that out is just by taking a piece of the potato or one potato if you're using baby potatoes and try to cut into it. If you're able to cut into it easily, then it is perfectly done. We can now turn off our stove and this is almost ready to be served. So one step before that to make it the delicious dhaba style is to add a generous amount of ghee. So I'm going to be adding about 2 tablespoons of ghee to this. And after you add the ghee, just turn off the stove and close the kadai and let it stay for another 2 or 3 minutes in this so that the flavor of the ghee can perfectly blend into our dum aloo. You can now see that our delicious dhaba style dum aloo is ready to be enjoyed with any Indian breads that you like. So do try it at home and let us know what you feel about this recipe. Thank you so much for watching and have an awesome day.